Hello again, and welcome back to the Fooly Cooley 2 Premier Countdown Pillows Discography Podcast Deluxe, Extra Deluxe, Hospitality Reloaded, and Knuckles a la mode Super Alpha 2 Electric Boogaloo, A Tale of Memories with Trail Mix, featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series in Technicolor, but also grayscale, in a baby carriage, rodeo style, filled to the brim with spiders, now with better sound at night, and 6 milligrams of that sweet, sweet nicotine. Because I've had to learn about vaping. What?
Wake up!
Shake up! Welcome to Podcast of a Down. Today we're going to be talking...
Oh, well, I don't have notes on that
Today
one.
We're going to be talking about System of a Down, and it's one song, called Wake Up, Wake Up, Wake Up, an album by The Pillows. That's the whole name of the song, and here we go. Just kidding. The actual album is called Wake Up, Wake Up, Wake Up, and I think from all of our musings about The Pillows up until this point, you will know that just by that title, we're going to get into some different shit. Because everything else before this has been like, oh, we're dreaming. Oh, like, look at all these crazy dreams we're having.
And now they're waking up.
And now we're waking up.
I'm waking up.
Oh my god. Wake me up inside. Can't wake up. Save me. Oh my god.
Starting out with the memes. By the way, I'm George.
I'm Shem.
And y'all know me.
Already know who it is? Is that what you're saying?
You know who it is. So, but in reality, we are going to get into some crazy stuff because this album, I think, not only introduces, like, a very different sound than anything else that has come before, but also, like, uses each track in order to sort of create almost a stream of consciousness that explains that new sound. So, that's what I'm going to be talking about for most of this. But we'll get into it. It starts up, how many tracks do we have? 11? Like usual? Yeah.
Yep.
11. 11. Most of these are 11.
Isn't that so odd? Just like always 11?
It's
Factory.
a now nice...
Factory. You gotta pump it out every year.
It's a nice...
Assassin's Creed.
Is this
a nice
nostalgic
round,
critic?
odd number.
What?
It's a nice, round, odd number.
How is it round and odd?
Whoa. Odd. You know, I mean, look, you have the O being round, and then you have the two lowercase d's that also are round.
Okay.
All
right. Feels good. I dig it. I can understand. I am of your mind, Shem.
Thank you.
I have entered your mind space. I am within your mindscape.
Is there a door in my forehead?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So the first track is Wake Up Dodo. And I like how this track starts out with like this weird sound effect and then like some
that's kind of like the radio
slamming
effect, I think. Like they want to try to make it like a car radio or like somewhere distant.
Yeah.
So they kind of filter it in like that.
So that was pretty cool.
Yep.
Now in Stereophonic Sound, there was a lot of headphone tricks in this one where like stuff was like one side and then the other.
Yeah. They do a lot of that. This song is just like, yep, I'm looking for a new me. And to me, that's just like the beginning of the entire thing. Like, you know, the whole song is like waking up and moving on and like all that stuff. So yeah, the first statement we have in this little musical journey is, okay, we're going to wake up, we're going to move on, we're going to stop dreaming about all these things, and we're going to like do something, and we're going to find a new self because we've woken up.
Yeah. Musically on this one, I have to say, like at the nearish the end of it, there's like, I don't know if it's the bells or what it's being played on, but there's this little riff that sounds like it's being played on like bells or a glockenspiel or something of the like.
Yeah,
and I can't tell if I like that or I hate it this time. I just like was so like, oh, it was just kind of like, oh, that's another instrument. Oh, it's kind of neat. Oh, I kind of hate it. It's kind of grating. So that's what I thought with
I honestly didn't even fully notice that, so okay.
So that's all I have on the first track.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
Uh,
what were your thoughts, Sean?
No, yeah, I mean, it had a pretty strong intro with the guitar levels. I thought the chorus fit in pretty well with the rest of the song. Yeah, I could have gone either way with the riff you're talking about, George. I like some points was like, oh, this is kind of cool, and then other points like, I don't know if this is really needed. I felt that they were just kind of doing it just because they could.
Yeah. Okay. I think a better start to the album would have been with Youngster Ken Arrow, which is the second track. It's just a little more upbeat, but this time we're getting a little bit more of like darker lyrics. That's something that's cool about this album. Like it will like visually or not visually, verbally depict like some of the darker things that we've talked about in Pillow songs, but we're gonna do it in like the most like upbeat that we've ever been. So it's kind of like some rusty shackled prisoners in there and they're like getting freed. So that's that whole song. But we still hear Wake Up in the song again. So unless you forgot, we're awake.
Gotta make sure you stay woke.
Stay woke.
But yeah, Kentaro, I love. Just from the whole Set You Free chorus and everything like that. It's just really fun to sing along to.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, it was a real toe tapper just all around. Like, I agree.
Real toe tapper.
Real toe tapper. Yeah.
The spittoon and the line dancing.
Exactly.
Can't bring a spittoon.
Peas in a can.
Splatoon 2.
But yeah, I also agree that Youngsters probably should have been the opening track.
Yeah.
So the guitar, I think it's the guitar riff in it. There's another borrowed riff. It sounds like, because I think the guitars sound like, I forget the name of the Green Day song, but the "Do you have the time to listen to me whine?"
You mean Pocket Bell?
Yeah, it's Pocket Bell stuff, but the way they played it specifically sounded... it sounded...
Oh my god, it's a slowed down version of the guitar riff from the Beck Mongolian Chop Squad opening. Dun, 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 I never dreamed before. Yep, it's the same song.
Pocket Bell's chords, so not directly lifted there. Just the performance sounded like
very Green Day,
very similar. I didn't super love this song. I wish I could lift the vocal performance out of this track and just put it somewhere I'd like it more, because I think that he like brings it on this track.
Yeah, that's why I like it so much.
But besides that's what I had about it.
Yeah. Next we have Propose, which I really like. When I was listening to this album, there was a night where I was like on vacation or something, and I had just like, there wasn't like anything to put on in the background, so I just like slept with headphones in, which is like degenerate as hell.
Yeah,
thinking about it now.
Oh man!
But I definitely did that and just played.
My brother does that every night.
Every night?
Every night.
God.
He literally owns a pair of shitty headphones that he can wear to bed so that he doesn't ruin them. And he goes through like 3 or 4 of those a year just because they break because he's fucking sleeping with his headphones.
God.
But yeah.
So yeah, one day I just like woke up to this song ending. And it was very weird. It's like, Kimi ni poropozu, whoa. And I was like, ah. I was like, oh god. So I literally woke up.
Stay woke. Theme of the album. Waking.
Woke.
Awoken.
Yep.
Awoken. Arise. Woke up.
Stay woke. Nico's creeping. Also, there's like a Popeye the Sailor Man reference in this song. It was really great. It's like something about love and spinach, and then he's like fighting like half-baked villains and shit. So good. I was like, how did this happen? Like, why not?
Also, like, took a bite of spinach.
Yeah. Why? And then it's like you got like a Minnesota Afro priest and shit. The song's crazy.
So
yeah.
Here's the thing with this one. I didn't have like anything super wrong with it, but for whatever reason, this is a song that I got the sense that it's all there mechanically. It just, the performances felt a little phoned in to me. It just felt like there was not that energy and that like go for it. Like I felt like they were not having fun when they did their woos at the end. I did not like... That's the thing, is that a lot of the time I really get the sense, that the Pillows enjoy what they're doing.
Yeah,
they
of course.
really, really enjoy it. And this one feels a little bit like, here's another album. Here's another song on the album. We're doing it. Chugga-da, 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 making a music, I'm making a music.
We make a lot of music. I don't know. Like, with Propose to me, I just like it because I think that, like, it's a very characteristic song of, like, the type of new sound that I think they're going for. Like, that's why, like, when I first listened to this album, all the way back in the day, I didn't love it as much. I thought it was super weird that it was even coming out. But the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking, like, okay, this song might be, like, the question marks Prophet song. But I think, in general, that's kind of, like, what the album was going for, even with, like the next track, like Scarecrow, which I think is way better, but still. Mm-hmm. Scarecrow is, like, the strange chameleon of this album. Like, it's just, to me at least, it's like the main it's like the main track of, like, the single, like,
is this like the first ballad they've done with Scarecrow?
They've definitely done ballads.
Have they?
They've done other ballads.
Yeah,
okay.
I definitely feel like
know.
they've done ballads. I feel this one definitely is. It's like is a ballad, but there's definitely ones that I know because there's definitely a couple songs I complained about being mid-tempo ballads, which are like right up in my don'ts, and right up there with fade outs and low mixed interesting instruments as my music don'ts.
Scarecrow is also just kind of like the song Creep. Like, lyrically, it's basically Creep.
Yeah.
But I really like it. I like Scarecrow a lot.
This is another one where I enjoy the vocals on it.
Yeah.
A bit, but it's just kind of like I was not feeling the vibe, you know? I just like wasn't super in there. I wasn't super into it with it.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely this is a calmer album. Like, there's not a lot of, like, fanfare going on here, definitely.
And I think that's one of the reasons that overall I don't think I enjoy this one too much, is that it's just part of not what I come to the Pillows for, and not what I have even when I see it in their other stuff, not what I personally think that they do very well. A lot of the time when they slow things, like, it's kind of rare that when they, like, slow things down or do lower energy stuff, for me at least, that I think they're able to really pull it off.
Yeah. See, that's funny for me because, like, this type of music is something that I can't listen to as much, and they make it work for me. Just because, like, anytime there's, like, if this album came out in English by some random fucking band, I would not be able to fucking listen to it. Like, it maybe because I don't speak the language, but I'm sure it has to do with, like, just how overwrought most, like, really emotional music sounds, so that's why I don't tend to listen to it. But because it was familiar, I'm able to listen to it here. Which one are we on? We're
going into Boathouse.
Boathouse.
What do you think about Boathouse, Shem?
Boathouse, I don't know, it didn't really do much. Again, it was just kind of like harping on the single plate, as my foot was just, you know, not really variant in the tempos of the album. But, I mean, there's a walking bass, so that made me happy.
A walking bass?
Yeah. A bass line that just, like, you know, was going down, descending, and going up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know these things. Yeah, Boathouse is fun.
Yeah, I thought this one was more pleasing to my ears. It's got a little bit of bounce in it. I like the guitar solo in this one. Overall, I like this one more than some of the ones before. It didn't really blow me away too much. I like the imagery going on in the lyrics of the literal boathouse being a house made of boat
parts,
right?
And then
and then, like, okay, well, and then the idea of, like, well, if I end up becoming normal, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's take the boat.
Right.
Let's take the house Making a boat again.
Making a boat again and keep going.
And keep going.
That boat is definitely from Hybrid Rainbow because that's the only time they've ever mentioned a ship before too. And it's supposed to be like the ship towards like success. And this song is just sort of like, oh, but also this girl is here and we could just stop everything. That would be completely fine. And it's just like, oh, okay. Boathouse. Here we go.
Boathouse.
It's like a Destiny switchblade of some kind.
What?
You can switch it for different Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army knife.
Different things, not a switchblade. I don't know what the hell I just said.
Destiny Island. All right.
Destiny Islands.
Yeah, that's all I super have on this one.
Yeah.
The pleasure song. I like the hook in this one. I was also, when I was listening to it, there's this like, for a little bit it had this like plinky pop punk pizzicato thing going on for a little while.
I like that part.
Which I was like, ooh.
I was gonna write that down, but then I forgot like the musical term for that.
Yep.
Pizzicato. Yep.
Yeah.
I thought there was like a twinge of sadness on the vocals for the song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, because it's sort of like so now this speaker, which has always been about like sort of alienating the self, and also like being cool with that and being like, well, this is what I end up having to do to get what I want to get done.
Yeah.
It's sort of like telling someone else, no, like also do that, like be individualistic about it, even though I don't always follow my own advice, basically.
And it's a good juxtapose to the title track. I mean, to the track of the song, of just being the pleasure song.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, some cool shit.
I really think that this is another track where, like, the vocalist is standing out. Like, there is times when he is really, like carrying in a lot of ways where, like, I don't think that the overall songwriting is doing the best, but he's, like, just given great performances. This is a section of the song that I like, but located, another lifted riff.
Oh.
It's the riff from My Sharona is in the bridge. The
Wait,
bum, 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 bum.
Oh, yes.
Yes. It is in the song. It's another one.
Shit.
I really think
it was in the back
just,
of my head. I was hearing just like this.
It's because they don't complete it and they don't repeat it.
Yeah,
so
they only do
think
it
you
once.
won't
It's
notice.
very fleeting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They do it. They do it twice, but they don't do the make it a continuous thing like it is in that song. I really think it's just because they probably listen to a lot of Western music.
Yeah.
And as a result, they just don't think they're... I really think that, like, their average fans / people who are, like, around when they're writing their songs don't have that enough on their mind to say, hey, I think you took that from somewhere, so they can, like, track it down. They probably just played that out, and people... and all of them were just like, yo, that's dope, that's great, keep it in.
Yep. The 16-speed Chipmunk does a very good version of My Sharona, which is the slowing down Chipmunk records.
Oh, no.
So it's very, like, sludgy, like, heavy. Exactly.
Oh, that sounds like a wonderful / horrible time.
Yep, that's what it's been.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right, what about Serious Plan?
Serious Plan, I said. Serious Plan? Sorry.
No,
Quick to the gun.
go.
Shooting off the hip. I said going back to Weezer again.
Yeah. I
just said, I guess there's just a period of time where a lot of bands want to sound like Weezer. You know?
2007.
Yeah. 2007.
I agree. The reason I made that noise earlier was because I was just going to say that the lyrics of Serious Plan make no fucking sense, but it's so great. It's like, it's about like having dolphins in your pool and like all types of other shit. And it's like, okay, we are back to this crazy fucking dream. And also we're a little bit more depressed now. I don't know how we got here because I thought this was a new me, but we're actually, just going a little bit back.
I love this one.
Yeah.
I thought this was great. I thought
good.
it was funny as hell. I thought the vocal delivery was great. I like that there's just like, there's an ease and like a mimetic quality to the walking guitar and bass line in this one. Love a good whistle. This one's got whistles.
Yep.
There's also like a great thing with the mockery inherent in calling it serious plan and it being nonsense.
Yeah.
And then calling attention to it, where it's just like, yeah, it's just like, this is my serious plan, but it's not. However, there are background bells in this one, and they are not turned up. And it's a problem, because they were good. They were good, and they're just super low in the mix for no goddamn reason. Like, just, I would give quite a bit to get someone just to remaster a couple of Pillows tracks. Just to get a couple things, just to turn, like, you don't even have to do much. I'd give you $10 just to turn a dial, really.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I just need you to
That's
turn. I
basically
just
it.
need you to turn it up, and then I'd have like it'd just be the like George Pillows Discography Definitive Edition, and it just has like background things turned up in a bunch of songs. That's the only difference. Other than that, really liked it.
Yeah. Yeah, Serious Plan's a great song. Then we have Skinny Blues, which I didn't understand at first, but I think it definitely really works. If you read the stanzas of the lyrics backwards, it begins to make more sense. Because when you read it forwards, you're trying to like link everything in order, and you're trying to make sense of why each section of it leads into the next one. But they really don't. They really just don't. They really are just, each one is trying to make the same point said in different ways. And the chorus just happens to sound similar to each other because that's how fucking modern music works. So in the end, it becomes like, it's not that I'm surrounded by darkness, it's just that there's no light. So I'm just shining. So it's basically like I'm making my own meanings, and I'm like, I'm the master of my own destiny. And it's not like, it's not super depressive, like I'm not just surrounded by negativity. It's just that positivity isn't actually to be expected, so I'm just going to make it.
So you could say the power is yours.
The power is yours! Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Just making sure we're on the same page.
All right. What'd you have on this one, Shem?
For Skinny Blues?
Yeah, Skinny Blues.
Skinny Blues. It's just like they're saving these tracks till the end. It's like a scheme that they pull in, just like, if we save the good ones till the end, they have to listen to the rest of the album, and that's how we get the suckers, and then we get the jawbreakers. Because always the payoff is always jawbreakers.
Welcome back to the cartoon cast.
And the cartoon cast.
Oh
my god.
I was a big fan of the drums, just switching between patterns and the fills, and just shredding on the guitar. It's just a good time all around. It's a good time all around.
It is.
And I for some reason, the track being called Skinny Blues just made me think of jeans. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but
they're blue.
Yeah, blue jeans, skinny jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Skinny blue jeans.
It's pretty. That's not so much a logical leap as like a logical skip, like a hop.
Logical hop. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get ready for a
it.
logical skip. You can only get a personal best if you get it first try.
Oh my god.
So, what I had this on this. First of all, this is like music for a road trip. Like this is a song that can be on a road trip playlist.
Yeah.
I love the line "rendezvous in a $15 UFO."
Yeah.
I love the idea of that. I love picturing what a $15 UFO looks like.
Balloon Boy? That's an old meme.
Oh my god, really reeling back.
Yeah.
Balloon Boy.
$15 UFOs.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
Oh, I don't even know.
Is he like 12?
They did like a
follow-up story?
No, the parents like allowed them to try to like be a band or something for a little while, and like they were almost like a metal like hair band thing. The kids, it was like this kid thing, but one of their songs was Balloon Boy. And I'm not even kidding you, like the chorus is like, no hoax. I'm not even kidding. It's ridiculous.
Good.
Jeez.
Excellent content.
No. It's bad. It's
Clearly
so
the
bad.
best. Clearly the best. Yeah, overall the Skinny Blues is pretty fun. but that's all I've got on that one.
Yeah. Private Kingdom. I love Private Kingdom.
Private Kingdom?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's hilarious. There's literally laughing in it, and it's like the Wario of Blues Drive Monster, because now
Okay.
I'm the invincible thing that's gonna go around and destroy towns, but I'm actually mad lonely, and that's what the whole song's about, and that's why I like it so much.
You think Wario's lonely?
Yeah, absolutely. He has no company.
What do you mean? He has Waluigi.
Waluigi's an illusion.
Also, hold on though.
You shouldn't be saying that online.
Yeah, it's okay.
He's a delusion that all of us have. So make sure that you believe in Waluigi, or else he goes away. He's like fairies.
Yeah.
But also real quick, the true loneliest is Waluigi. I don't know if this is canonical in some obscure writing. Probably not. But I do know that the running theory on Waluigi's existence is that he was just a normal dude who got so obsessed with Luigi and just kind of became a stalker of him.
That's awful.
So he's not actually related. I know that Wario is Mario's evil cousin.
Yeah.
But Waluigi is just a dude.
Yep.
He's just a dude with nothing to do. And so he just slowly turned into what he is. But this is not the Nintendo cast.
This is not the fucking game theory.
Did you know?
It's a theory. Did you know that it's Century Creepers, voice of the Proteus? I don't know what that means. I don't even know why that's in there as part of the title. All I know is we got Century Creepers. It's alright. It's again, it's not as good as the next track, which is the last track, so we're in that mode, at least for me. But it's kind of cool. I enjoy it's kind of like Advanced Darkness and Finding Myself, but we're still this happy wake up beat. So
wake up.
God damn it.
This is another one that I was just now in stereo.
Yeah, that's good stuff. There's a lot of tricks in there. In that song.
Century Creepers. Yeah,
Century Creepers. What a title. Definitely had a strong Foo Fighters tone.
Yeah.
But great way to start off the song off, and just nice in your face of guitars. So yeah, I was a fan of Century Creepers.
Yeah. Also another one where I thought the vocal performance was really good. And overall, I think that there are some times where I can really feel his vocal performances being good and doing extra in it, but in this album specifically, despite me not liking a fair amount of the songs, not thinking as many of them were good, just felt him bringing it all the time.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that, because there is, maybe I should save it for the end, but who cares? There's, I guess, this interview that happened where he basically said, since around 2007, which is when this album came out, he kind of felt like he was doing more of the work all the way up until their newest album. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes with the rest of the albums, because even Yamanaka has said there's kind of a trail off, or when it starts to become forced even for him. So that'll be interesting.
Sweet, sweet baby rays.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Sweet, sweet baby rays.
Sweet baggy days.
I know. All I can think of. All I can think of is sweet, sweet baby rays.
Yep.
That's just what I think.
I summed up this track as here's my I want to say metaphoric. Yeah, metaphor. Let's go with metaphor. No, actually, it's a simile. Here we go. Just reading back.
It's a metaphor that looks like a metaphor.
Exactly.
Is it a metaphor?
It's a simile.
Go watch Gravity Foff for some great YouTube
Link in the
content.
description.
But her aim is getting better.
Her aim is getting better. You see, it's funny because her aim is getting better.
Oh man, these spikes.
Yeah, you definitely just clipped. Definitely. I don't even have to look.
We kind of end as we started with this album, like a thesis conclusion.
I agree, and we're gonna get into that.
Okay, well, take it away.
No.
No, that was it.
Oh. Well, all right. I'm just going to jump in. All you need to know about this song, for the sake of what I'm about to say, is that they mention the fact that he's waiting for someone, he's going to meet that person again, and it's going to be great, and that he's doing so by chilling out with the cat that he found. We are going into this Pillows lore again, folks. Okay, so let's go all the way back to the beginning of this album, and I'm just going to go track by track and give like a one-liner.
Speed round.
Speed run of the themes. First track. Waking up, moving on. We're going to wake up, and we're going to wake up a third time. Then the next one is freeing yourself, take things less seriously, even though we're going to be really dark about it. So that's why we got all these weird lyrics. The third one, propose, crush mark, profit. The second one is that classic aesthetic. You got Scarecrow. We got the Pillows ballad, but we're going to be really intense about it. So we're still the Pillows. We got the classic aesthetic, and then we're gonna go into Boathouse. You got transforming and rebuilding. We're gonna make some stops, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna show the the obsessive kind of spin, and the like obsessive and isolationist kind of spin to the Pillows, but also kind of going back on their ship and continuing. And then the next one is sort of like, yeah, you do this too, like girl who this love song is about, even though I don't take all my own advice. And where is that? So, and because I don't take my own advice, that's why, is it Skinny Blues? No. Which one is it? Hang on. Serious Plan. Yeah, that's why in Serious Plan we're back into all this like crazy dreaming shit, because I don't take my own advice that much, I'm taking things not seriously in this crazy way. So now I'm back to my old ways in the dreaming. But because of that, where am I going with this?
You're on Skinny Blues.
I know this. I should have labeled this better.
Time's dead.
Dead air.
Speed run's dead.
The speed run is dead.
Finish the run.
The speed run is dead.
11:49.
He's making his own meaning by providing light through himself when there is no light, but there's also no darkness, so it's not that dark. But that's the whole thing about Private Kingdom, because I'm making my own light, I don't really need anybody else, so I'm just going to keep doing my own thing. But that adds a sense of loneliness.
But what about the light that doesn't reach part of the kingdom?
What?
That was a Lion King reference.
Everything the light touches.
Everything the light touches. Hyenas. I don't even know. Zimbabwe.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Advanced darkness in finding myself. Oh yeah, that's what Century Creepers is all about. And then finally, when we're at Sweet Baggy Days, Sweet Baby Rays, where we have the cat, and basically we've gone through this entire process of like finding a new self and sort of shaping it around that, and now we know that we are basically cool with being a sort of like a very different, like weird person, and we know that we've kind of reconciled like parts of it that we don't want, and we do kind of want to be part of this collective, but we're still waiting for like that full bridge to kind of come towards us with like other people that we're trying to meet. And that's why we're still waiting to meet that person at the end of Sweet Baggy Days with the cat, because we're still the Lost Men. Please Bliss Your Lost Men is still an important song all the way up until this point. That's what I think.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Top two, bottom two?
Well, hold on. I have one thing about Sweet Baggy Days.
Yeah.
The noise at the end. What was that noise? There's nothing like it. There's like...
What part of the noise?
I think it's spacey shit. It's like...
Yeah, it's
isn't
more
that the same type of noise that's at the beginning of the album?
Is it actually at the beginning of this one? Did I actually disassociate that hard?
There's a huge, like, weird metallic sound at the beginning of Wake Up Dodo.
Okay, maybe.
That I think they do again at the end.
I think that I literally... I probably disassociated during sections of this album and just forgot.
All right. All right. We're dissociating. We're astral projecting. We've woken up.
My soul left my body to go to the next layer above in my dreaming. But as I am
your chakras and Kundalini have aligned.
As I am an inexperienced dreamer, I was unable to find the golden city that the old gods would like to go to. Sorry, the gods of the dreamland. The old gods are from outside.
You've entered the dream time.
All right. Top 2, bottom 2.
Top 2, bottom 2.
I don't even know what my top 2 are.
Skinny Blues, Century Creepers. Those are my top 2.
Good.
My bottom 2 are Boathouse and Propose.
All right.
I have a top nostalgia one and a top regular one. The nostalgia one is Propose, and the regular one is Youngster Ken Arrow. 2 really good songs. I don't have any bottom ones because I don't think you can take any of these songs out and have the album still make sense. But that's just me.
All right. I think my bottom one is Scarecrow. Just doesn't do much for me. My top 2 are Skinny Blues at second best and Serious Plan as my favorite. I just really enjoy it overall.
Mm-hmm.
So overall though on this one, I was definitely glad to hear kind of your explication of some of the ideas here going into each other, because I just overall in the listen, I didn't super enjoy this one. I was not. I think I like My Foot better than this one, and
Well, yeah, I mean, My Foot is just...
And ever so slight spoilers for tomorrow for you listeners out there.
Oh, yeah.
I do, in fact, like the next album more than I like this one. So just when I was listening to all of these in a row, this was kind of a dip, a valley in between 2 mountains, if you will.
All right. Any closing thoughts? Otherwise,
Sweet, sweet baby rays.
oh my god!
Sweet, sweet baby rays.
Because of the long A sound of Baggy in the song, it sounds like they're saying Buggy, which sounds like my dog's name. Which is Bugsy. So, I sing this song a lot at my dog, and he thinks I'm talking to him. It's good. It's good stuff.
Cool.
Woo! All right.
Good stuff. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
See you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.
目割れましでキュー持って剥がされた抜け目のない流行りを君と見てたここで見てたのさ